Hello, my name is Carol Weisheit. My pronouns are she and her, and I am the Regional Council Manager for Birth to 5 Illinois Region 17, covering DeWitt, Livingston, Logan, and McLean Counties. Thank you for watching Region 17's Early Childhood Regional Needs Assessment virtual report. This recorded session will provide an overview of findings from the Birth to 5 Illinois Region 17 Needs Assessment, as well as talk about the strengths, needs, and recommendations for improving access to and enrollment in early childhood education and care programs in the region. A link to the full report can be found in the description below. If you would like to turn on closed captioning, click the CC icon at the bottom of the video. This will turn on the captions. If you want a language different than English, click on the gear icon for settings, click on subtitles, then auto translate, and you can scroll down to pick the language that you want. In 2021, the Illinois Commission on Equitable Early Childhood Education and Care Funding issued a report with findings that highlighted the inequities in early childhood funding in Illinois and the need to create a better statewide infrastructure to support early childhood professionals, expand services and programs for families and caregivers, and increase enrollment in ECEC programs. The report focused on the importance of addressing racial inequities and the need to include local voices in the conversation funders and decision makers were having about early childhood education and care. To provide a structure for communities, families, and caregivers to engage with the data and share their experiences, a new statewide infrastructure was created across 39 regions, all of which align with existing Illinois State Board of Education regional offices of education boundaries but operate independently. Birth to 5 Illinois regional boundaries align with school districts instead of strictly following county lines, which can be a challenge for gathering and interpreting data because many early childhood services are provided by or tied to school districts. Region 17 is in the central part of the state and includes DeWitt, Livingston, Logan, and McLean Counties. It is the traditional home to the Dakota, Illinois, Sioux, Kickapoo, Kaskaskia, Miami, Peoria, Sauk, and Fox tribes. Region 17 has mid-sized cities, small towns, and many unincorporated areas. While agriculture is a large industry, other major employers include State Farm Insurance, Country Financial, Illinois State University, Guardian Industries, Clinton Power Station, Rivian Insurance, Caterpillar, OSF Healthcare, and Eaton Corporation. Joining me in the Region 17 office is Becky Thacker, our Family and Community Engagement Specialist, our Administrative Support, Martha Saldana, and a member of our Family Council, Lakeisha Smith. I'll now turn it over to Becky.
Thank you, Carol. The experiences and knowledge families, caregivers, and early childhood professionals gain while navigating the complexities of the state's early childhood education and care system are valuable, and understanding their lived experience in the local context is vital for decision makers to ensure communities have access to the programs, service, and support they need. To this end, Birth to 5 Illinois was created to harness family and caregiver voices in early childhood education and care and serve as a bridge between the communities and policymakers so family, caregiver, and professional experiences can guide the decisions made to expand or enhance services across the state. Our mission is to create a statewide regional infrastructure that will amplify input from communities in the development of policies and funding priorities. We support the mobilization of communities to build and sustain equitable access to inclusive, high-quality early childhood services for all children and families in the state of Illinois. We envision that our work will help all stakeholders reimagine a more equitable early childhood education and care system that respects family and community voice and works to ensure it is centered and prioritized at every level of decision making in Illinois. I will now turn it over to Lakeisha.
Thank you, Becky. We have three main values and goals. First, we must prioritize family voice. Through this transformation centered on authentic family and community engagement, we will address the inequitable distribution of resources and services and rebuild our state's early childhood education and care system. Second, we must address the racial inequities that exist in our early childhood system. To move our early childhood education and care system to one where racism no longer impacts a child's success, we will work to dismantle barriers that have limited access to high quality services for minoritized children in every corner of our state. Third, we will use the collective impact model to shift the current early childhood system to influence policy and funding at the local, regional, and state level. Birth to Five Illinois will use community-driven feedback to build a system that harnesses knowledge directly from families and providers and encourages decision makers to ensure new and/or expanded services are created to meet community needs. Two critical parts of the new statewide infrastructure are family councils and action councils. Located in each of the 39 regions, the councils provide feedback on quantitative data from the Illinois Early Childhood Asset Map, or ICAM, and the Illinois Network of Child Care Resource and Referral Agencies, or INCRA, to help contextualize the data at the local level. The councils meet twice a month in virtual, in-person, or hybrid meetings. The family councils are comprised of parent caregivers from a wide variety of family types: single parents, adoptive and foster parents, caregivers of relatives, teen parents, two-parent families, multi-generational families, and more, and prioritize the voices of those who have not been involved in this type of work before. We want to highlight those who have been involved in our Region 17 Family Council over the past year and thank them for sharing their experiences with the early childhood system. Family Council members are Teresa Canego, Ashley Guberheisen, Clymesha Nelson, Kelly Rhodes, Alicia Smith, Lakeisha Smith, and Jacqueline Sweat. Action councils are comprised of early childhood education and care professionals, healthcare providers, faith leaders, elected officials, and other community members. Each action council reserved 2 seats for parent caregivers to ensure family voices were included in every discussion. Action council members were invited to bring additional aggregated data on programs and services provided by their agency, organization to complement data from ICAM and INCRA. We extend thanks and gratitude to our Region 17 Action Council members: Molly Allen, Melissa Breeden, Chrissy Conklin, Ashley Dowd, Judy Engelbrett, Samantha Ferris, Deborah Honecker, Lisa Hood, Katie Juris, Miranda Lynn, Kathleen Lorenz, Dwayne Morris, Chris Pennington, Sarah Shields, Maureen Solers, Don Wickenheiser, and Pam Womack. Beyond the council meetings, additional qualitative data was collected community-wide through focus groups and interviews, and all council members were invited to provide input on each section of their early childhood regional needs assessment. Council members developed the strengths, needs, and recommended next steps that are unique to each region. Regional teams, along with the support of their action and family council members, created a dissemination plan and are holding community meetings virtually and in person to share the report's findings. Martha will highlight some data on the following slides that were discussed by council members and provide insights into the early childhood education and care landscape in our region.
Thank you, Lakeisha. Region 17 is primary white, and each country has a percent of racial diversity ranging from 1% to 8%. McLean County has the highest racial diversity, with 8% Black or African American, 5% Asian, and 3.5% Hispanic or Latino. Another 2.2% identify as two or more ethnic groups. Part of the conversation with council members were around priority populations, defined by the Illinois Early Learning Council as groups that have been historically underserved by early childhood education and care programs. In Region 17, the priority population include children experiencing housing instability, children with English as a second language, and children with limited access to economic resources. While data on children and families from priority population is limited, there are a few things of note about Region 17. According to the 2020 census, 36% of the children aged birth to 5 live at or below 200% of the federal poverty level, meaning that many children were eligible for state-funded early childhood programs. Those living at the highest rate of poverty are concentrated in the northeastern of DeWitt County, eastern Livingston County, central Logan County, and pockets of central of eastern McLean County. According to the information provided by the Regional Office of Education, many children under the age of 8 are experiencing homelessness and receiving services through school-based mechanic mentor programming. Additional information about priority population was gathered through surveys, interviews, and focus groups, and is included throughout our final Early Childhood Regional Needs Assessment report. Community collaboration are an integral part of early childhood landscape. Local early childhood community collaboration bring together communities, agencies, organizations, and individuals with a shared vision or goal. They understand the importance of improving early childhood education and care for children, caregivers, and providers. Region 17's local early childhood collaboration, the McLean County All Our Children Network, or AOK, covers only one county in the region. The collaboration utilized the Integrated Referral and Intake System, also known as IRES, to refer families to services and connect them with organizations that provide resources. The programs allows partners to enter information about families and generate a list of what services, resources, and support they qualify for, and what will be best once the referral has been made. For fiscal year 2023, there have been over 126 completed referrals through IRS. More information on the local collaboration and the work they're doing can be found in a regional needs assessment. Region 17 has many early childhood education and care programs and providers, all servicing children based on the licensing, funding, and staffing requirements. However, access to early childhood programs and services is not equitable for all the region's families. Wait lists and the lack of family child care providers and child care centers in our region are significant barriers for families and caregivers. Some parents have had to quit their jobs and turn down promotions due to the cost or a lack of available child care. There are publicly funded preschool options available in the region, such as our Early Head Start, Preschool for All, and Preschool for All expansion programs. However, not all the programs are full day, nor do all provide transportation to and from the program, leaving for many families who qualify for publicly funded preschool, choosing not to enroll the child in a publicly funded program. As one community member stated, some businesses have information hubs. Why isn't there a hub for families to go to? Becky will now share with us information on the early childhood and early care workforce.
Thank you, Martha. Through community meetings, focus groups, interviews, and surveys, families and professionals in the region reiterated the urgent need for more affordable childcare and preschool options. Staffed with providers and teachers that are well paid, supported, and who will want to continue working in early childhood long term. Similar to other areas of the state, Region 17 is experiencing a staff and teacher shortage, preventing programs from operating at full capacity or expanding to meet community needs. While staff turnover is a contributor to the workforce shortage, pay is low and is not a long-term option for many trying to support a family. Low pay, combined with the demands of the position and long hours, has left many staff burned out and not willing to stay in the field. One community member noted that they invest a large amount of time orientating new childcare staff to the job, only to have them quit days later due to the low pay and stress of the job. Families feel the strain of an underpaid and undervalued workforce. When childcare cannot be secured or quality is lacking due to high turnover, families face difficult decisions. As a result of the workforce shortage, Region 17 has limited options of programs and resources for children birth to age 5. In more rural areas of Region 17, families are faced with the issue of needing and wanting care for their children and find no options available to them. Often parents patch together their child's care or choose to have one parent stay home. Accessibility is an overarching barrier for families in Region 17 due to the limited number of programs, affordability, and lack of information about ECEC programs.
Thank you, Becky. Community and council members identified several strengths of the early childhood system in the region. For the sake of time, I will only share a few. Region 17 has a strong child care resource and referral agency that provides information on the Child Care Assistance Program and provides timely support to parents as they navigate the process for qualifying for the program and during the sign-up process. There are 20 Preschool for All and 2 Preschool for All expansion sites throughout the region. Early Head Start programs exist in 4 locations, and every county has at least 1 Head Start. In McLean County, All Our Kids Network supports collaboration across service sectors so that greater results for young children can be achieved. Their mission is to engage a diverse group of people who care about the health and well-being of children and families, and they work with providers to support and encourage parents to engage as their child's first teachers. Community and council members also identified needs and recommendations for growth in the region. I will share 3 now, and all of them can be found in the full Regional Needs Assessment document. Region 17 has a shortage of well-trained and well-compensated workforce. Birth to 5 programming, transportation, and childcare is needed in rural areas within the region. Working families need access to more affordable childcare options. Based on community and council conversations, recommendations have been made on how early childhood education and care programs and services can be improved for families in the region. Recommendations will be presented to and shared with lawmakers, state agencies, local elected officials, and funders so they can better understand the needs of families in the region and so they can see how to best meet those needs. All the recommendations for Region 17 can be found in the Regional Needs Assessment. Here are a few. Recommendation number 1. Early childhood and early care staff deserve to make a living wage with salaries and benefits competitive with non-ECEC fields to attract more individuals to the profession. Recommendation number 2. Encourage state legislators and congressional leaders to increase publicly funded resources and programming by utilizing the Illinois Commission on Equitable Early Childhood Education and Care Funding 2021 report. Recommendation number 3. Increase the federal poverty levels to allow more parents access to Child Care Assistance Program funds, or CCAP, to make child care more affordable. This summer, we will be out in the community talking to more families, providers, and stakeholders about their experiences with early childhood education and care. And we want to talk with you. We invite community members, families, and early childhood professionals to join the conversation by filling out a council interest form. Please go to www.birth25il.com/councils or click the link in the description to get involved. Interest forms will close later this summer, with council meetings fully resuming in August. We want to thank our state partners for their support and you for watching. We encourage you to stay in touch with us by visiting our regional page at www.birth25il.com/region17, joining our Facebook group, or reaching out to me via email at cwhysite@birth25il.com. Links to our pages, along with my email address, are available in the description below. Thank you for your time. We look forward to connecting with you soon.